The University of California, Irvine, is a public research university located in Irvine, California, and one of the 10 general campuses in the University of California system. UC Irvine is considered a public Ivy and offers 80 undergraduate degrees and 98 graduate and professional degrees. The university is designated as having very high research activity in the Carnegie classification of institutions of higher education, and in fiscal year 2013 had $348 million in research and development expenditures according to the National Science Foundation. UC Irvine became a member of the Association of American Universities in 1996, and is the youngest university to hold membership. The university also administers the UC Irvine Medical Center, a large teaching hospital in Orange, and its affiliated health sciences system, the University of California, Irvine Arboretum, and a portion of the University of California Natural Reserve System. UCI was one of 3 new UC campuses established in the 1960s to accommodate growing enrollments across the UC system. A site in Orange County was identified in 1959, and in the following year the Irvine Company sold the University of California 1,000 acres of land for $1 to establish the new campus. President Lyndon B. Johnson dedicated the campus in 1964. 50 years later, President Barack Obama spoke at UCI's 2014 commencement ceremony, held at Angel Stadium. The UC Irvine Anteaters compete in 18 men's and women's sports in the NCAA Division I as members of the Big West Conference and the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation. The Anteaters have won 28 national championships in 9 different team sports. 64 Anteaters have won individual national championships, and 53 Anteaters have competed in the Olympics. History. Early years. The University of California, Irvine was one of 3 new University of California campuses established in the 1960s under the California Master Plan for Higher Education, with the San Diego and Santa Cruz campuses. During the 1950s, the University of California saw the need for the new campuses to handle both the large number of college-bound World War II veterans and the expected increase in enrollment from the post-war baby boom. One of the new campuses was to be in the Los Angeles area. The location selected was Irvine Ranch, an area of agricultural land bisecting Orange County from north to south. This site was chosen to accommodate the county's growing population, complement the growth of nearby UCLA and UC Riverside, and allow for the construction of a master-planned community in the surrounding area. Unlike most other University of California campuses, UCI was not named for the city it was built in. At the time of the university's founding, the current city of Irvine did not exist. The name Irvine is a reference to James Irvine, a landowner who administered the 94,000-acre Irvine Ranch. In 1960, the Irvine Company sold 1,000 acres of the Irvine Ranch to the University of California for $1. Since a company policy prohibited the donation of property to a public entity, the university purchased an additional 510 acres in 1964 for housing and commercial developments. Much of the land that was not purchased by UCI is now held under the Irvine Company. During this time, the university also hired William Pereira and Associates as the master planner of the Irvine Ranch area. Pereira intended for the UC Irvine campus to complement the neighboring community, and the two grew in tandem. Soon after UC Irvine opened in 1965, the city of Irvine became incorporated and established in 1971 and 1975, respectively. UC Irvine's first chancellor, Daniel G. Aldrich, developed the campus' first academic plan around the College of Arts, Letters, and Science, a graduate school of administration, and a school of engineering. The College of Arts, Letters, and Science was composed of 20 majors in 5 divisions. biological sciences, fine arts, humanities, physical sciences, and social sciences. Aldrich was also responsible for implementing the wide variety of flora and fauna on the campus that fit the local Mediterranean climate zone, feeling that it served an aesthetic, environmental, and educational purpose. On June 20, 1964, U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson dedicated UC Irvine before a crowd of 15,000 people, and on October 4, 1965 the campus began operations with 1,589 students, 241 staff members, 119 faculty, and 43 teaching assistants. However, many of UCI's buildings were still under construction and landscaping was still in progress, with the campus only at 75% completion. By June 25, 1966, UCI held its first commencement with 14 students, which conferred 10 Bachelor of Arts degrees, 3 Master of Arts degrees, and 1 Doctor of Philosophy degree. In 1965, the California College of Medicine became part of UC Irvine. In 1976, plans to establish an on-campus hospital were set aside, with the university instead purchasing the Orange County Medical Center around 12 miles from UC Irvine, in the city of Orange. Present day as the largest employer in Orange County, UCI contributes an annual economic impact of $4.2 billion with an operating budget of almost $1.9 billion for 2008, including $328 million in extramural research funding. Numerous other educational and training opportunities are offered in numerous areas ranging from physician residency programs at UC Irvine's Medical Center to community certificate programs and other coursework through University Extension. In 2011-2012, UC Irvine awarded 8,443 degrees, 6,766 bachelor's degrees, 1,105 master's degrees, 413 PhDs and ed.Ds, 102 MDs, and 57 JDs. Future growth as a part of its long-term efforts to grow to full size. UC Irvine has implemented construction projects that will accelerate the campus build-out and employ the remainder of the university's land grant. The exponential increase in construction activity is a part of the strategy for academic development at UCI through 2015, a master plan that outlines the vision of making UCI a first-choice university for college applicants nationwide. This increase also spawned a popular backronym of UCI, under construction indefinitely, campus. The layout of the core campus resembles a rough circle, with its center being Aldrich Park, lined up by the Ring Mall and buildings surrounding the road. To further emphasize the layout, academic units are positioned relative to the center, wherein undergraduate schools are closer to the center than the graduate schools. Aldrich Park is planted with over 11,120 trees, including 33 species of eucalyptus. 2 ceremonial trees were planted in 1990, one for Arbor Day and the second for former Chancellor Daniel Aldrich, who had died that year, on the first anniversary of the September 11 tragedies. The Chancellor planted a bay laurel tree in remembrance of the heroes and victims of the events of September 11, 2001. The tree itself was a gift from the UCI Staff Assembly. Aldrich Park is the site for Ways Goose, a medieval student festival held each year in conjunction with the Celebrate UCI open house. It also hosts many extracurricular activities. Ring Mall is the main pedestrian road used by students and faculty to travel around the core campus. The road measures up to a perfect mile and completely encircles Aldrich Park. Most schools and libraries are lined up by this road, with each of these schools having their own central plaza which also connects to the Aldrich Park. Other areas of the university outside of the core campus, such as the School of Arts, are connected by 4 pedestrian bridges. Beyond the core campus and the bridges, the layout of the campus is more suburban. Surroundings. Irvine, California consistently ranks as the safest city in America. UCI is close to the beaches, mountains, and attractions of Southern California. Disneyland is approximately 20 minutes away by car. While the university is located in Irvine, the campus is directly bounded by the city of Newport Beach and the community of Newport Coast. The western side of the campus borders the San Diego Creek in the San Joaquin Freshwater Marsh Reserve, through which Campus Drive connects UCI to the 405 freeway. The northern and eastern sides of UCI are adjacent to Irvine proper. The eastern side of the campus is delineated by Bonita Canyon Road, which turns into Culver Drive at its northern terminus and offers links to the San Joaquin Hills Toll Road and 405 freeway, respectively. Additionally, UCI's southern boundary is adjacent to the San Joaquin Transportation Corridor. There exists a North Campus that houses the Facilities Management Department, the Faculty Research Facility, Central Receiving, Fleet Services, the Air Pollution Health Effects Laboratory, and numerous other functions. It is located next to the UCI Arboretum. Both the North Campus and the Arboretum are located about 1 mile from the main campus. William Pereira's original street layout for the region surrounding the university had a wingnut-shaped loop road as the main thoroughfare, which twice crossed the campus. However, the Irvine Company's development plans expanded before it could be completed, and portions of California, Carlson, Harvard and Turtle Rock roads today constitute segments of what would have been the Loop Road. Despite the suburban environment, a variety of wildlife inhabits the university's Central Park, open fields, and wetlands. The university is home to mountain lions, hawks, golden eagles, great blue herons, squirrels, opossums, peregrine falcons, rabbits, raccoons, owls, skunks, weasels, bats, and coyotes. The UCI Arboretum hosts a collection of plants from California and Mediterranean climates around the world. The rabbits in particular are very numerous and can be seen across campus in high numbers, especially during hours of low student traffic. Architecture. The first buildings were designed by a team of architects led by William Pereira and including A. Quincy Jones and William Blaurock. The initial landscaping, including Aldrich Park, was designed by an association of 3 firms, including that of the noted urban landscaping innovator Robert Herrick Carter. Aldrich Park was designed under the direction of landscape architect Gene Uematsu, and was modeled after Frederick Law Olmsted's designs for New York City's Central Park. The campus opened in 1965 with the inner circle and park only half completed. There were only 9 buildings and a dirt road connecting the main campus to the housing units. Only 3 of the 6 spokes that radiate from the Central Park were built, with only 2 buildings each. Pereira was retained by the university to maintain a continuity of style among the buildings constructed in the inner ring around the park, the last of which was completed in 1972. These buildings were designed in S-style, which combined sweeping curves and expressionistic shapes with elements of classic California architecture, such as red-tiled roofs and clay-tiled walkways, in distinctive white railings evoking the deck of an ocean liner. These buildings featured an innovative structural design that freed the interiors from support columns in order to allow future alterations of their floor plans. Construction on the campus all but ceased after the administration building, Aldrich Hall, was completed in 1974, and then resumed in the late 1980s, beginning a massive building boom that still continues today. This second building boom continued the futuristic trend, but emphasized a much more colorful, postmodern approach that somewhat contradicted the earthy, organic designs of the early buildings. Architects such as Frank Gehry, Robert Venturi, Eric Owen Moss, James Sterling and Arthur Erickson were brought in to bring the campus more up to date. The recession in the early 1990s along with internal politics led to a change in direction, due to the reduced capital budget, and changing attitudes towards architectural innovation at the university. This in turn led to a contextualist approach beginning in the late 1990s, combining stylistic elements of the first two phases in an attempt to provide an architectural middle ground between the two vastly different styles. Gary's building was recently removed from campus to make way for a new building, with a design that has been called the Big Beige Box with bands of bricks. In 2009, the Humanities Gateway building, designed by Curtis W. Fentress, was opened. Its curvilinear design marked a return to the sculptural treatment of concrete begun by Pereira. As of 2005, the campus has more than 200 buildings and encompasses most of the university's 1,525 acres. The campus is in the midst of a $1.1 billion construction campaign. Libraries and Study Centers. UCI is noted for having many excellent special collections and archives. In addition to holding a noted critical theory archive and Southeast Asian archive, the libraries also contain extensive collections in dance and performing arts, regional history, and more. Additionally, Langson Library hosts an extensive East Asian collection with materials in Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. Nearly all departments and schools on campus complement the resources of the UC Irvine libraries by maintaining their own reading rooms and scholarly meeting rooms. They contain small reference collections and are the choice for more intimate lectures, graduate seminars, and study sessions. There is also the large Gateway Study Center located across from Langson Library, one of the university's original buildings and under the custody of UC Irvine Libraries. Having served formerly as a cafeteria and student center, it is now a dual-use computer lab and study area which is open nearly 24 hours. The UCI Student Center offers a large number of study areas, auditoriums, and 2 food courts, and therefore is one of the most popular places to study on campus. UC Irvine also has a number of computer labs that serve as study centers. The School of Humanities maintains the Humanities Instructional Resource Center, a drop-in computer lab specializing in language and digital media. Additionally, UCI maintains 5 other drop-in labs, 4 instructional computer labs, and a number of reservation-only smart classrooms, some of which are open 24 hours. Other popular study areas include Aldrich Park, the Cross-Cultural Center, the Locus, and plazas located in every school. Tunnels. An underground network of tunnels runs between many of the major buildings on campus and the central plant, with the major trunk passage located beneath Ring Mall. Smaller tunnels branch off from this main passage to reach individual buildings, carrying electrical and air conditioning utilities from the central plant. These tunnels have been the subject of much campus lore, the most popular story being that the tunnels were constructed to facilitate the safe evacuation of faculty in the event of a student riot. The main tunnel actually appears above ground in the form of an unusually thick bridge near the engineering tower, in an area where Ring Mall crosses between 2 hills. Governance. Like other University of California campuses, UC Irvine is governed by a chancellor who has significant authority over campus academic and planning affairs. The chancellor, in turn, is nominated by and is responsible to the regents of the University of California and the UC president. 1962 Daniel G. Aldrich. 1984 Jack W. Peltason. 1993 Laurel L. Wilkening. 1998 Ralph J. Cicerone. 2005 Michael V. Drake. 2014 Howard Gilman. After the Chancellor, the second most senior official is the Executive Vice-Chancellor and Provost. He serves as the university's chief academic and operating officer. Every school on campus reports to the executive vice-chancellor and provost, through a dean, and all other academic and administrative units report to his office through a vice-chancellor or chief administrator. A partial list of these units includes campus recreation, intercollegiate athletics, planning and budget, student affairs, UC Irvine libraries, UC Irvine Medical Center, and university advancement. The executive vice-chancellor and provost also governs the faculty senate.